Okay, call to order. Welcome, everyone. It's good to see everybody here for really our first our streaming that we're doing. So hopefully there's a lot of folks watching from home. So anyway, welcome for the ones who are here. We have a determination of quorum here. We have everyone except Darcy Ladner, and so Councilmember Ladner is not here, but everyone else is here. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, the additions and deletions or adoption of the agenda, and if we have anything that we want to add to it. Okay.
Yes, I need to add one item under new business under D, and it's basically a discussion of the issues that occurred during the recent session of the state legislature.
Okay. Anyone have any problems with that? All in favor? Okay.
I'm sorry, aye.
Aye, very good. So it's unanimous. Okay, and that's under D, 12D, new business. Okay,
Okay, with that added, I make a motion, we adopt the amended agenda.
okay, all right, good. And everyone has already voted to do that. So we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay, conflict of interest. In accordance to the state law, it is the duty of every council member to avoid conflicts of interest. Does any council member have any known conflict of interest with respect to any matter on the agenda? If so, please identify the conflict and refrain from any participation in the matter involved. Anybody have any conflicts?
No.
Okay, no conflicts. We're all good. Okay. Mayor council report. Does anyone want to go first? Anything going on?
I'll go first. I'll just give a quick update on the June meeting we had at the Western Union Municipal Alliance. We met over in Marvin, and basically what we were looking at was the agendas that we were going to have for the rest of the year. And the three things that we're going to be doing, and I've already reached out to the county manager for this, but we want to get Brian Matthews back for an update on how the things are going to the county. He talked to us in February. So I've given him the dates for our rest of the year to see when he can come out and speak with us. I also asked him because we would like to have a group or person from Public Works to talk to us specifically about the water and sewer issues here in our side of the county. And we're looking at doing that meeting like we did with CRTPO and having it at 7 instead of the normal 4 o'clock, so that the public can attend. But again, we'll have to wait until we hear back of who's available and when they can meet based on our meeting days. And then lastly, we agreed that after the elections, probably in January, February sometime, we are going to invite our members of the Union County Legislative Delegation, our representatives and senators, to a meeting again to kind of go over some of the things I'll be discussing later in that new agenda item. And again, looking at probably having that at 7 as well to have the public.
When's the next meeting?
The next meeting will be August 22nd at 4 p.m. in Mineral Springs.
22nd.
22nd, yes.
And can you remind us of that legislative meeting when it comes?
Yes, as soon as I get feedback on all three of these dates and when they're going to happen, I'll let everybody know.
Perfect. Okay.
And that's all I've got.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'll just say, I hope everybody enjoyed the flags that were out on the town front yard and on the road up there. A number of them were sponsored, and there were some sponsorships that the money went to Honor Flight to take veterans up to DC for a day. And the flags will go up again for 9/11, and there'll be ability to sponsor a flag for that event. So hope you enjoyed them.
Okay.
I have none.
Okay. I would like to say on June the 21st, I've had some questions about what does the town do in an emergency? If a tornado came through, or Lord forbid, another hurricane came through the area, what would be our response? So I had a meeting with Director of Union County Emergency Management, Andrew Ansley, back on the 21st of June. And we had a good meeting, couple-hour meeting. And basically, long story short, we're covered. That last year, the town signed an agreement to allow Union County to come in and take over any kind of emergency, preparedness, or even kind of emergency that we would have in the town. I know there's some towns, and they informed me that like Waxhaw, Indian Trail, they have the resources themselves, and they sort of want to do their own thing. But smaller towns like us, we don't have those resources. So Union County, we're all covered. So we're good there. The one suggestion I've heard from some folks would be, hey, if something happens, we'll grab a bunch of chainsaws and for the town and go out and do this. Union County says, no way, don't do that. And also went to another meeting leading up to that. They said the same thing. Sets the town up to too many liabilities and risk for lawsuits in case something were to happen when you're out there sort of representing the town, or you're an official out there cutting limbs with a chainsaw and something happens. So they said, don't do that as a town. So, but that next Wednesday, Ms. Dewey and I went to the emergency management meeting down, I call it the war room down there. And it was put on by Central Lina. They're the ones who work between the county and FEMA to help deal with all the paperwork, to get all that worked out in case something were to happen. And there were like nine counties there represented, and so it was a really good meeting. And just again, long story short, we're covered here in case something happens. That was taken care of last year in an agreement with the county. And so if something were to happen, they would call me. Can't get in touch with me, they would call Tom, and then they would come in and take care of what's needed in the town. So, and we can discuss more meet with the mayor on what to do if something were to happen in your neighborhood. So I'll go into that later on. And that's all I had to say for that. Public comments. Does anyone have any public comments? Thank you. Okay. Christopher Neve.
Hey, good evening. Christopher Neve, 110 Chasestone Court. This is just a follow-up from the comments, really questions that I shared at last month's meeting surrounding our tax rate as residents of Weddington, how it will be affected with the change in the fire service, handing that over to the county, if it would cause us as residents to pay more or less or the same. Also with a conversation happening regarding adding 2 deputies, the park conversation as well. So this is really just a follow-up on that, and I thank you each for addressing those questions at the last meeting. I want to dive a little bit deeper in on them. I did call the tax office in Union County to find out that Weddington's tax district is now going to be at 3.98 cents. Now, previously, with the town providing our fire service, there was a clause in there that when the county collected our taxes, we did not pay anything. It said town collects taxes for fire service. So that was covered under our rate of 4.5 cents as Weddington residents, and our fire service was therefore covered. Now, the county will be collecting at a rate of 3.98 cents to provide us that fire service. So what that means for us, although our municipal tax rate did drop down to 2.5 cents, so it came down 2 cents, but we've now gone up 3.98 cents. And even if we run the math on what the town was paying as far as tax rate goes to our contract with Wesley Chapel Volunteer Fire Department in previous years, it was about 2.67 cents. So either way you run the math, we have missed the mark. If it was to remain the same, and Jim, I know that you mentioned that it should remain the same, and that was the information you received, but since the last month meeting, the county did approve their budget, and that's the tax rate for us, 3.98. So we essentially It's disappointed me as a resident because taxes are very important to me. We have a very simple small town. There's not much going on. Trash and emergency services. The sheriff's office, that contract really is the majority of what we have going on in town and what we as residents receive. So I was hoping taxes, as it was projected last year, would go down to 4.3 cents, but instead we've jumped up to the equivalent of 6.48. So that's disappointing to me. 2 areas of additional spending this year is $200,000 budgeted for annual upkeep and maintenance for the town park that there's conversations of having, park and amphitheater. That conversation is going on. So that's additional spending that was set aside for that, as well as $195,000 to add the 2 additional deputies. To the responses that were shared with that, I would encourage a little bit more research on the deputy conversation. The sheriff's office indicated at their last year's report that we're sitting pretty well with 3 deputies, and we're able to get away with that because we're a residential community. And so to cover those early morning hours, we have
Thank you, Chris. Your
Okay.
time's up. Thank you. Okay, Chad?
Good evening, Chad Emery, 953 Eagle Road. I was just wanted to speak on Toll Brothers is having a second community meeting, that the letters were received by the adjoining neighbors and the email blast went out, but it is incorrect. It says Thursday the 16th. So is it Tuesday the 16th or Thursday the 18th? So it's leading to a lot of confusion. We had a big turnout at the last meeting, and we expect to have a big one again. So we're asking the town to advise Toll Brothers of the error and reschedule it and send out a new proper notification that informs people of the correct day of the week and the date, because we're already getting calls of a lot of confusion. Thank you.
Thank you, Chad. Okay. Public safety. Deputy Wren, come on up.
Since we're going to be streaming, I should probably be at a podium from now on. Mayor, council, public, thank you so much for having me. Really, honestly, truly is a pleasure each and every time you get to see me, and it's in a good atmosphere. I want to start off on a really good note. The good note is that we lost a deputy for a good reason. We're filling a lot of the school voids, so every school in Union County is moving towards having that standardization of having a deputy in the school. With that being said, Deputy Hank Gilliard stepped up to the plate and took the call for service and wanted to go to a school. With that also being said, we're also be able to fill another void here in the town, focusing on traffic. So we really were able to kind of recruit within. And so the individual that we have is Nick Herbelich. Nick is a fantastic officer, even better deputy. He specializes in motor vehicle law, Chapter 20. So any and everything with wheels and some without. So we're able to kind of tap that as a resource. If you don't see him right here, right now, it's because he's out on a call for service, because he just really wants to focus on any and every little hole that we can try to fill the void. With that also being said, accidents are down. Accidents with injuries are down dramatically. If you do notice within your packet, careless and reckless driving did go up for 2 different reasons. One, we're seeing it because school is letting out and because of Mecklenburg County traffic is flowing a little bit more at night. 2, we're self-initiating it within our computer automated device systems. We want to label it as that, so then that way we can create a history to let other deputies know what we're on, what we're doing. That way they can see the call for service that we're on. So when you see that in your packet, please don't get disalarmed. It is pretty much going to be my fault and the other deputies, because we want to label that as such so we let other deputies around us know what's going on. So domestic disturbances also went down. I don't think it's because of the heat. I think it's because people are out on vacations, and I'm not here to sit here and blow smoke at you. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they're taking their problems somewhere else other than Weddington for 20 or 30 minutes. But with that also being said, we're also trying to step up a little bit more and be within your areas at night. That's been brought to our attention via email, via, hey, can I talk to you for a second? I don't see a deputy here, here, and here. So we're doing what we can to try to get in your neighborhoods a little bit more. The kids are out on their bicycles and things of that nature. Residential checks are going to skyrocket from the next couple months. It's because we're really doing a good job getting our voices out there and saying, hey, get us your information, get on the town's website, email me, fill out the proper paperwork, and let me put it in the system. Now, another little bit of confusion that I really want to throw some light on. If there's a residential check and you fill it out here within the town, it's going to go into my system. And that system is basically saying a security check. That's not just the Weddington deputies. That's any deputy within the area. If they're in a lull and it's in the middle of the night and you're on vacation and you requested us during these hours, we're coming those hours. So don't look on your Ring doorbell when you're hanging out at the beach or the mountains and think someone's breaking in. We have a habit of carrying a flashlight with us and shining it on our reflective gear to let you know we're here. Also, if you see it at night, it's also for a timestamp. We want to let you know what times we're here, things of that nature. So if you do get alarmed, please call us anyway. We're already there. We have a quick response time. We're already there. Traffic stops went into the triple digits again. We're providing saturation patrols, so we're flooding the town again. That's nighttime, daytime. That's looking for any motor vehicle law infraction. Window tint to speeding. Now, during my saturation that we just did, whenever I got my numbers back, our numbers are looking a little bit low. It's because of the speed, and they're noticing a pattern, which is a good thing to an extent. We don't want to create a pattern. We want to make a difference. People are going to know, okay, 16, maybe we should slow down a little bit more. Let's hit the back roads, which is a good thing for us because we travel those as well. But with that also being said, we're looking at the triple digits, not just because of 16, not just because of 84, but for Beulah Church and things like that. Keep in mind, if you live in a gated neighborhood, it's private. We're going to do what we can to help you out, but it's not state maintained. Does that make sense? We got a lot of those questions. Please put the radar trailer out there because we have problems within a gated neighborhood. Oh, we're definitely going to be out there, but as far as enforcing a lot of things, we just have to pick and choose what we can and cannot do. Once again, your numbers went from 850 last month to 872. That has to do with your residential checks, things of that nature. I really want to address one particular item that we had. At Harris Teeter parking lot, we had an individual, looked like he was just slumped over the wheel, napping. He was overdosing. We were able to provide medical care. During the medical care, ran a background check, checking for things that we typically would. He was wanted out of Virginia for attempted murder. He decided to attempt to run over his previous lover while she was pregnant with someone else. But because we were there, we were able to handle it safely. We looked at the camera footage and he had been there for a while. When we're answering calls for service, sometimes we just can't get to those certain parking lots. But with that being said, you just don't know who's in that parking lot. You don't know things of that nature. Please don't go up and try to help these people. You don't know their circumstances. Please call us. This is what you pay us to do each and every day, day in, day out. Things that he was on, we're gloving up. We're putting on suits, things that you just don't have access to. The things that were in his car, we had to seal up and things like that. Please be cautious. Call us if you see something that you just don't like. Get us out there and let us help you out. That individual got life-saving equipment, and he was given an escort to a better location, a safer spot. I won't go too far into that, but my main concern is that people were telling me they were scared to call. We're talking to employees from the shopping center, from different shopping areas, and I took it personally. Why didn't you call us? Well, we were scared to interact with them and deal with them. Please let us help you out. All of our contact information, the new officer, the new deputy, Mr. Nick Herblich, all of his information is going to be updated. So please reach out to him. If you see him, let him know how much we appreciate him. Thank you again. I appreciate it.
Cool. Thank you, Deputy Wren. We appreciate you guys and what you do out there, and be safe. Okay, we have next is a pre-application presentation from Jack Patton and Chip McGee. Come on up, guys. Welcome.
Try our best to both speak into this. I'm Chip McGee. This is Jack Payton. We are looking to the area just 264 Providence Road. We were looking to put in a little golf course. It'd be not a full 18-hole golf course. It'd be more of a par 3 short course in line with, if anybody's ever been to Pinehurst, more in line with what you see at the Cradle. But first, we want to let you guys get to know a little bit about who we are. We can kind of go to the next slide on this, Jack, if you want to.
Yeah. My name is Jack Payton. I've been in the Charlotte area for about 5 years now. Got 4 kids, all boys. You can see they're trying to tackle me in that picture. Yeah, been living here.
Yeah, and what Jack is going to be humble about himself. He was a professional golfer. He played on tour, not on the PGA Tour, but he did play in Canada, things like that, and played at the University of Oregon at the D1 level. I am a Weddington native. I grew up, if you were to go behind the Methodist Church, I grew up in Steeplechase at 152 Valley Glen Drive. I used to run in the cow pastures that are now Highgate. I used to pick the strawberries at Hunter Farms and everything when I was a kid myself. I deeply love this town, and I really care about maintaining the character and the rural nature of this place. And I think that's what we're trying to create here with what we're doing. Our goal, as you can see here, we're trying to reimagine the way that people access golf. So for many of us, if you grew up in Weddington or if you're here now, you know that you are realistically 20 to 25 minutes away from the closest public access golf course. Everything else is private. And with the boom in golf over the last 5 to 10 years, the cost to join those golf courses has gotten honestly a little bit out of control. Beyond that, say you've got a 3-year-old kid, you want to introduce them to the game of golf. It's really hard to do that at a private course. It's really hard to do that at an 18-hole course. I've got a 2-year-old daughter. It is hard to keep her anywhere for more than 10 minutes, right? But the goal would be to create a space that people can go and gather. Weddington has a great third place in Hunter Farms, but we would love to offer something else with, a place where you can go sit on a patio. You can go spend 45 minutes to an hour playing golf on a par 3 course, easy, accessible golf that everybody can have and enjoy together. As you can see on the presentation that we've got, we highlight the word together because that's what we want golf to be. We don't want it to be something that separates and creates division. We want it to be something that a town, specifically Weddington, can be proud of. That can be something that we all go to together, and that this would be something that our town would love and enjoy together. Design-wise, we've lucked out. Just down the road on Kuykendall, there is a guy named Dave Zinkind, and he has worked with some of the most celebrated golf course designers in America. He's worked with Corin Crenshaw, Gil Hance, Mike DeVries, and Arthur Hills. Those names might mean nothing to y'all, but essentially he helped design Bandon Trails, Bandon Preserve, and he is working on some courses in the South Carolina area that are amazing. We've got a picture on the next slide in a moment, but what we really are looking to do is that location where Ray Road will get extended through. We are looking to purchase that land and develop it there. It's in a perfect location for Weddington. It seems like something that the town could enjoy all